I don't know if I've said this story publicly a lot of times. I don't know if you and I have ever said this, but at one point in my 20s, I had the stupid idea to get into the drug game. And I went in and bought a kilo with someone who I thought was my good friend at the time. I put up $17,000. He ripped me off for that money, right? He claimed that the coke was fake and he was going to pay me back. And anyways, he never paid me back. And for years, I was mad about this, you know, because, you know, at that moment you realized I can't call the police.
Yeah.
I have to go either kill him or, you know, hurt him really badly, which I didn't have the capability of doing. I had to just take that loss and feel like a sucker, you know, for what I got done. And I was mad. Even when I had money, I was still, I ran into him years later in the club and confronted him. He, oh no, I'm going to pay, give me your number. I'm going to send you the money. He never sent me the money. Right. And I remember I said this story for the first time on camera to Freeway Ricky Ross. And he said, you do know that had he not ripped you off, you would have went to prison probably. Because, you know, you would have re-upped and whatever else, and then maybe gotten 2 kilos, and then next thing you know,
we wouldn't have Vlad TV.
You wouldn't have Vlad TV. And I said, you're right. I never went to prison. I went on to have a great life where $17,000 makes no difference. Like if he showed up, if he walked in the door and gave me $17,000, I just put it in my bank account and I wouldn't even think nothing of it. You see what I'm saying? Like now back then it meant something, but right now it doesn't mean anything. And then what I started to do was I would retell the story like I'm doing right now. And every time I retold it, I would make money. So I've made probably about $50,000 retelling this story without ever telling his name, even though he's a bitch.
Shots fired.
Right. But I eventually got it out of my system by realizing that in the long run, me taking that loss helped me out. I never went to prison. And I was actually able to make money off of it where the amount of money just didn't matter anymore. So if there's something that you could do as you're talking about these stories, as you're, you know, getting paid for interviews, as you got your own YouTube channel, you built it up to 150,000, followers, and you don't have a job now because you're being supported by YouTube. You're not in prison right now. You're not dead.
Facts.
You're not in a wheelchair. You know what I mean? You're fully cognizant. You know, you don't have brain damage or anything else like that. And all that could have happened along the way.
And I got my mother still alive.
And your mother's still alive. You see what I'm saying?
I got a newborn baby.
You got a baby.
He's 5 months.
Congratulations.
So it lets you know the old man still got it.
That's right. You know, you're not shooting blanks. You know what I'm saying? So if somewhere along the line you could somehow figure out a way to get that anger out your head by justifying it somewhat, it's gonna sit better on you. Because trust me, I feel much happier not hating this guy anymore. If I ever ran into him again, I'll walk up to him and say, don't worry about that money, we're good. Seriously, if you ever think in the back of your mind that I'm gonna put some money and have something done to you or whatever else, or have no, I'm not gonna do it. And if he's watching this right now, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Life worked out a lot better for me than I think it did for him. Because when I saw him last time, he was exactly the same person I had known from before. With the same bummy group of friends. You know what I'm saying? The same, half-ass clothes, and still in the clubs, trying to holler at a bunch of lame-ass bitches. So I'm saying, if you can find a way to figure it out where you don't feel that anger in your heart, by looking at your own life and justifying it the way I did. And like I said, it's not the same thing. No one got killed. It was just money. You can make more money. You can't bring your friends back. But if you can figure out a way to do it, I think you will be a happier person.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm happy because every time I wake up, man, I'm free.
Yeah.
I think about my friends who are in the grave, and I think about my guys I left in prison. One of my youngest sons in the feds.
Right. Yeah, we talked about that last time.
So, I'm always grateful and thankful, Vlad. And I don't never want to go back to prison, especially after I had to witness all these women in Walmart and the food. I could lock down when I want to lock down, feed when I want, man, no. So that's why I move by myself sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I have my crypto Jesus with me. But for the most part, I stay out the way.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a lot of trouble out there. I know. And then it's a young man world right now. Let them have
Yeah.
See how them little young boys, you just breaking news.
Breaking news.
Look at that.
5 people accused of killing the wrong person because they didn't even get their target that are probably going to do life in prison.
Some of them might have just having sex with some girls last night, partying last night, getting money last night. Somebody owed him, he loaned somebody some money. Now he in jail. Now they, he in jail. Now I ain't paying that back.
Right.
Yeah, man. So it's a lot of stuff come with that.
A lot of stuff.
Man, listen, I hope these youngsters just listen to it. But then we can't save them all, but man, I'd have done enough time for a lot of people. You got people like one of my partners, he just come on, he did 31 years, 32 years. He out here trying to get it together. He got like 50-something year parole.
Damn.
Yeah, man, he be doing Uber, Lyft. He be so happy. He just want to play on the phone. Hey, what you doing? Man, I don't want to talk all the time, but these guys coming home after all these years, and I just be laughing because they going through what I went through, trying to learn how to work the phone, trying to learn how to do this and that, and I be like, wow, man, that stuff crazy, but we free.
That's how we're going to end it. Terrance Gangsta Williams, man, always a pleasure when you came in here. You know, when you come over, you know, congrats on your YouTube channel.
Thank you, man.
And you know, keep doing your thing, man. And I'm really, you know, I've helped start a lot of people's careers in terms of giving them their first interview.
Fact.
You know, not that I hold their hand through the process, but a lot of people, I've given them their start with their first big interview, and they have gone on to support themselves and gotten a lot of other opportunities. And I feel proud when I see, you know, what you have accomplished since that 2.5 years ago that we did our first joint, because we didn't know each other at all back then. You know, you have stayed out the way.
You watched me grow.
What was that?
You watched me grow.
Yeah, man, I've seen you grow.
Yeah.
I've seen you mature. You know, really mature, man, and really, like, you know, say stuff like, hey, man, if someone came up and slapped me, I would just laugh and say, what's wrong with them?
Man.
You know, I wouldn't turn into the old
gangster
anymore.
Now I got the heart to call the police. Now I'm a civilian now.
Yeah, exactly.
You go to jail,
you've
put your hands
embraced
on
your
me.
civilian role,
Yes.
which is the mature thing to do for someone your age. You know, you never hear yourself getting arrested. You're not like the Charleston White that's always going in and out of jail and getting into altercations and whatever else. You know, whatever little internet beefs you've had have always stayed on the internet.
Yeah, cause I'm gonna thank for being the next man. And Vlad, I did 23 years, 10 months. I'm never going back to prison. I don't never go back to prison.
And you never should
I'm never
go
gonna
back.
sell drugs, cause I make more money on YouTube than the average drug dealer do in the neighborhood.
There you go.
So at the end of the day, I look at all that and I say to myself, you know what? Pray for 2 things: get out while I'm healthy and alive, and get out to take care of my mother. My mother lived with me.
Oh, okay.
Yes, my mother lived with me, so I don't have no complaints. Like, I'm not gonna do no complaint, man.
That's what it is. Terrance Gangsta Williams, man. Till next time. Peace.
We out of here.